A touchdown the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A run to begin the second half with White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Looking to throw. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the first down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Quick, yellow, line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, and not go back to it. He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw, Young. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Now he's free to midfield. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from evening this one up. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. Pressure comes and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Young. Going right side here, and that's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better
3rd and 1. Here's Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
First and 10, Young. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Young will set to throw. Open man right side is Shark. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Young now. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out come the Bucs now. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And it pushes way forward to about the 32. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Mayfield. He's got Otten on the out route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll go up the middle with White. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Mayfield to throw it. He completes it right side of the lane. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here is Young. And that went off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Young. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And here's Ryan Wright now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mayfield now. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On the set.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down is Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carpenter. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
That one complete. He finds Sharp, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Young to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
On the ready.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Black one. Blue check. Opposite.
Now here's Young. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
To throw, Young. this is going to be incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything, forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Blankenship's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mayfield. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Check pink. Check white.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Pressure too much. Down he goes. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack. Collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Young. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They go play action. Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here we go, set. Hey.
Off the play fake, Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Ready. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Young. That's caught by Mingo, right side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go now.
This 2nd and 4. Again, it's Young. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
You know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing, Young. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. To throw, Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Mayfield on 1st down. He's got Otten on the out route. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
What's that?
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Mayfield. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here with White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave, so they took their shot but couldn't connect.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken around the 12. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Ready.
1st down, Young. He's got Mingo. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Come on, set.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Blue strike. Set.
Looking to throw, Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 6.
560. Trouble 38. Striker 3-3. Hunt.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage...
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. 52 Blaster. Ready.
Now Young. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectation.
And he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Buccaneers 20.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Ready, set.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Opposite, green, check pink, check white.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go, set.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, It matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. That one is good, but the final margin will be 6 as this one is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing is done.
So for Carolina, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.